All right, y'all. So I wanted to come to y'all and talk about season 5 of Chasing Atlanta overall before the reunion came because we don't know what explosive things are going to come out. And I just wanted to kind of express because I didn't cover the season finale because, baby, it was 2 hours. And it took me this long to finish it because it just, girl, I don't think no chunk of television should be that long. And this is word to you, Marvel. Like, I love the cinematic storyline. I love how you draw everything out and give us the ins and the outs and the ones and the twos and the minutia of everything. And I know I'm getting off topic. But, girl, 2 hours is a very long time. And now you have inspired other movies. I think Lightyear was 2 hours long. I think Jurassic Dominion was 2 hours long. See what you've done? So, no, ma'am. Let's keep it to 60, 90 minutes. Now, please. So, yeah, I just wanted to come and talk about each character and what I thought about the season overall. Let me first start off by saying I loved this season. And what prompted this video, did I say what prompted? What prompted this video was I was having a conversation with some friends the other night and we were talking about Chasing Atlanta. And we were talking about how we connected with this season and then it hit me. Once everybody stripped away all of the Hollywood shit and all of the pomp and circumstance and oh, I'm this and I'm that and I'm in the ATL, honey, and I run this city and this my city. Once we stripped away all of that nonsense, we saw who y'all really were. And that's who we connect with, because, bitch, we not out here Beyonceing it up. We not, well, we are city girls, but we are not Carisha and JT, bitch. We city girls clocking in. How may I help you? Can I take your order, girl? Like, we are normal, everyday people. And once that you show that you are the same, mama, you open up a portal that you didn't even know existed because now we can really relate to you. Now when we see you out, we ain't mad at the storyline. We relating to you, the person. Hallelujah. So let me start with Oliver. Oliver, I feel like overall, you've grown the most from your entire, how can I put this? Your entire existence on the show. You've grown the most. You still have your moments because even though you weren't necessarily in the wrong at Top Golf, I didn't like how you was gaslighting Troy, and you knew that you were. And when he started crying, he was like, oh, girl, like, he was having a moment, but at the same time, Troy, you don't get to choose when you want to be serious and when you want to be a catty ass bitch because you strutted in like you was that girl. And then when the chips started to fall, so did your lonely teardrops. And girl, we not here to figure out which mood you want to be in. Regulate your emotions and give us maybe one or two to deal with. But Oliver, you've grown the most this season. I love the work that you've put in, the opportunities that you've provided to other people, and your work speaks for itself. The spa day was everything. Your scenes were everything. Chasing the beat was everything. And kudos to you, bitch. Keep going. Don't stop. And I hope that you don't get too big for the show. I hope that even though you grow and your brand grows and you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you still find it in your heart to remain a part of this show. I hope you don't Cardi B us. Because, and this is coming from somebody who really lived on her journey first, I like seeing you each week. I like seeing you on the show. I like what you bring to the Chasing Atlanta franchise. So, kudos to you. Who is next? Drew Friday. Drew, you grew on me this season, and I'm not gonna say you redeemed yourself, because you and Rico Cassadine made peace, but I'm still confused as to why you had so much smoke for Rico the way you did behind that situation. Like, it wasn't the same type of blind loyalty that Dominique has for his friends, because we can clearly see it's just a friend who loves his friends, and I don't give a fuck if he wrong or not, I'm gonna ride for my friend. We see what that is. But over here, it seemed like you was just giving us drama for the sake of, it's a camera in my face and bitch, I gotta give because I want to be here next season. And then it started to fall back on you once you started to set up in your depression. And you wanted all these people to love you. And it's like, but you kind of came in being the villain. I remember your little snappy comments. in your confessional. I remember you came in like, girl, guns blazing, it is what it is. If I gotta be the Kenya Moore, I'm gonna be the Kenya Moore and I'm gonna ride that wave. But baby, the seas got a little bit too rocky and you said, no ma'am. Goodie bags, anybody? Cause you were over it. So I think moving forward, let's just pick our necessary evil. It's okay to have different sides of us and different facets to who we are. But there needs to be a baseline. There needs to be a common denominator amongst all your personalities. Hallelujah. Now, let me not let you go without saying this. As a performer, bitch, you are amazing. That, money, all I really need at the end of the morning. Bitch, you gave that. You gave that. And it took watching Rodney the Voice's review because I don't watch Drag Race. But I noticed something was up when you started doing this and putting to your lips like, bitch, I got this. Because I know about drag girls. I live in Houston, Texas, and girl, Hamburger Marys be popping. I know about the drag girls and how they be. So when you did this, I knew it was like, bitch, the mic is on. That's a way for a drag girl to be like, the mic is on, bitch. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I didn't know it came from Drag Race, but bitch, kudos to you, bitch. You did that. Moving on. Ike. Or Ray. I don't want to disrespect. I think you lost your footing with me when the waters got I can't say that because girl, we a bunch of queens. When the waters get murky, we know what's going on. When things got a little cloudy between you and Drew, I felt like what you were conveying to us, you weren't conveying to her. What you were saying to us, we never saw you say to her. So you can say, yeah, when the cameras weren't rolling, we had these conversations and I said X, Y, and Z, but we don't know that to be true. And if she's not validating what you say, then the only person to substantiate what you're saying is you. You could be lying. And like I said in my previous reviews, the energy that we see you give her in these scenes, don't give that of, I done told you to keep your distance and you getting too close. She's still my husband. She's still my man, my man, my man. And you, I'm just a Southern gentleman. Sometimes you got to have those tough conversations and be like, listen, I don't want to embarrass you, but you know, I don't know. But your voice did grow on me. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't the hugest fan of your voice. And it wasn't because I didn't think you were talented. It just wasn't my niche. Like, I don't like Marsha Ambrosius. People think she can sing down, honey. That's just not my judge. I wasn't a fan of Leona Lewis until I met YB. And he was like, bitch, you shall love Leona Lewis. But, Melanie Fiona, I was the same way. Certain people I just didn't get into. But that I Hope He Can Fight, bitch, I like that. I like that. I like the video you did for it, the performance. And the sock line is cute. Send a bitch a pair. Is that all I have for Ike? I think that's all I got for Ike. Aaron. I don't know if you got a God complex or an imposter syndrome. And I'm not saying that to like shade you at all. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Because you giving us Drew in a sense. Like you giving us moments of like, I was down on my luck. I had no money. I was homeless. But then you turn around and you like, well, bitch, I'm the who's who, girl. Everybody know my name. When I walk in and people go, ooh, that's Aaron. And you can't be extremely high and extremely low at the same time, girl. You just can't. That's called an illusion. That's called a lie. So that's TLC. I just don't. I can't figure out who you are. And I feel like also, and I could be wrong, but most times I'm not. I feel like you're still not as comfortable with your sexuality as you want to be. I'm getting that part of the reason we didn't get much of you this season was because you purposely distanced yourself from the gay shit. Like, I feel like you wanted to be on a show to get what the gay shit gave. You wanted the gay audience, but you didn't want to be associated with the gay shit. And when you were, It was real top, like, but baby, your eyebrows were blonde. What about that Don't Scream Gay? And let me just ease your troubled mind. And again, not to shade you, I'm just giving. When it comes to figuring out whether or not Aaron Thomas is gay, you are about as clockable as Luther Vandross. We know, girl. It's okay. You've already come out, and everybody chooses the I'm bisexual route first, girl. It's an easier kill. We've all done it. But let's just say, I'm pretty sure what you liked about Troy included something in between his legs. In the front and the back. I'm just saying. Like, if a nigga is gonna bleach his eyebrows blonde, he might be willing to take a dick. I'm just saying. So, be comfortable in who you are. Be comfortable in your own skin. And maybe if you show comfortability and if you show confidence within yourself, it'll exude. You have great music, Aaron Thomas. Fabulous music. But if you don't believe in it and you keep trying to distance yourself from who you really are, all of your events is going to look like your bald-headed ass experience. And you don't want that. Obviously. Not the way you was talking about. They flew from here, fly across the ocean and sing for the queen. But the most frightening thing is you and me. Like, you was giving Jasmine Sullivan like, I'm that girl. And then we looked out for the crowd and they was nowhere to be found. So, come on now. You got it in you. You got the talent. You got the, she's got the look. You gotta dye that shit back black, though. She ain't got the look if it's blonde. You gotta dye it back black. And then give us what you, and exercise. Why you on your album cover giving all of this and you got nothing? Rico Cassadine. I'm gonna try to wrap this up. This is getting kind of lengthy. Loved you this season. I actually found out about you on, I don't know the name of that show. It was some Atlanta show. And the boy that is on this season's Housewives, that is Drew Sidora's assistant, you was reading him down at the pool. And you ended up like doing a Shawshank on him and you pushed him in the pool. I remember that episode distinctly because he was trying to fake like he had a tummy tuck and really he just tucked his stomach into his trousers. But that's not the here nor there. But I knew you was a Kiki then. And then you came to Chasing Atlanta and I said, oh bitch. He found his lane and you did. You came in like you was a veteran. You fit right. Well, I'm not gonna say you fit right. I gotta use questionable terms with y'all because we gay. So if I say you fit right in and the waters got murky, girl, the conversation could go left real fast. You hit the ground running. You were a perfect addition to this cast, and I really love seeing you in the dynamic of it. You held your own. You had a storyline from the jump. You got the shit going. You got the shit started. Your catch phrases were everything. Your little jabs in the confessionals were everything. You had me rolling, dying, crying, screaming this entire season. Thank you. Willa. I just love you, Willa. You are truly a fan favorite. I love you. Everybody loves you. Shout out to your grandma for raising one hell of a woman. I just love everything about you. I just feel like if you're gonna come back season 6, I want to see more work from you. YB brought up that, you know, we didn't really see a lot of work from you. We saw you fix a pizza. We saw you do a little piece of hair on Miss Kendra. And that was about it. But we want to see more. And probably most of that was because you was in between places, you was in between jobs, you was figuring shit out. And you was still making it shake, and kudos to you for that. But girl, now that you done settled, and now that you done figured shit out, and you got all these jobs, girl, show us a thing or two. I'm trying to get Rico with the K. Released a fucking album. Shit! And the music was cute. In the listening session, it was cute. But god damn it, bitch. Whoa. By the time we get to this reunion, we need a single. We need a video. Like, come on, girl. Like, 3 years. This is longer than Normani. 3 years in the making and all we got is an album cover. Like, girl, I know you want it to be perfect, but it will never. You will always find something. And this is coming from somebody who creates music. You will always find something. Always. When the spirit guides, when the Lord, when the inner you says, bitch, it's done, it's done. It's done. You ain't got to stress about it no more. Because, girl, we never going to get this album if you keep trying to wait for it to be perfect. Jesus Christ. And then it's going to be dated. You created this music when we were in elementary. And we are still waiting. No, you're not going to get me there. Release the music, Rico. We are anticipating it. We want it. Take note from Normani. Eventually, people gonna stop caring. Give us the music. Troy. Troy, I can see your growth this season. You still got some work to do, baby. I see your growth this season. You needed to pay that boy his money. How dare you come into this season bragging. Bitch, the girl says this about me. Bitch, the girl says this about me. Bitch, the girl say this about me. But my credentials say this. And my checks say this. And you was bragging on the coin you was getting down to the TJ Maxx. But now, you didn't quit your job because you decided that you wanted to go full throttle into your career. Did nobody fire you? Did nothing happen? You didn't have to take a leave of none of that. You decided, bitch, I want to chase this more than I want this TJ Maxx check. So you decided that. You got to keep up with your daily expenses, mama. You got to pick up the slack. I know you didn't quit your job with no capital. I know you didn't let me break it down. I know you didn't quit your job and all you had was the recent check that was coming in, mama. And if you quit, you ain't getting unemployment, so all you got is what you had. Plus these booking fees that you're charging. If it's $65 measly, then you should have paid her. And if you couldn't pay her, the same friend that brought Rico with a K and air mattress could have paid your $65 entry. But don't downplay him. Oh, bitch, cause it ain't but. And then you deflected. That's why I said you doing work, but you still got some work to do. Then you deflected and was like, well, bitch, since he want to bring up the fact that I didn't pay him his coin, he talk shit about all y'all. What that got to do with the fact that you snuck into his event? I don't really quote Remy Ma, but are you dumb? Like, what the fuck? Wrong as fuck. And that's why I call Dominique blindly loyal when it comes to friends. Not saying that's a bad thing. That's a remarkable trait. I'm the same way. If YB is wrong, he is wrong behind closed doors. I will correct him. You won't. But, yeah. Because in that moment, Dominique had your back. But after y'all got up out the scene and y'all went home, he should have checked your ass. And I hope that he did. Because, bitch, that ain't how you conduct business. How would you feel if you was doing that? If you charge for this, let's go, baby, to the hole in the wall HIV event you had, and you charged and he didn't pay, you would have had a problem with that. Especially given the fact that sometimes you need the door to help you pay for the rest of the venue. Sometimes a venue will let you pay for half down, and then at the end of the night you pay the other half. The door helps pay for that. I don't know. I'm spending too much time on this, but I just feel like if you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't try to deflect to like, oh, but you did this. Apples and oranges. Literally. Jay Moore, he been on my mind, but I was trying to push him toward the end. Jay Moore, I hope you happy, bitch, because you really made a fool of yourself this season. You came onto this show having a problem and an issue with everybody, almost everybody. You came onto this show blaming everybody for everything, and not once did I see you take accountability for any fucking thing. And when you did, it was kind of half-hearted. Everybody using you for a storyline? Everybody mistreating you and doing you wrong? How somebody that brought you on the show using you for a storyline? This bitch ain't had one the last 4 seasons. Why does he need one this one? That's one. 2, Drew was all yada 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 doing the passion, and she really pissed me off. She was really mean to me. She just told you why when she gave you the fucking cup. So why the fuck is you still bitching and skitching about an issue that is just resolved? That's what are you a Cancer? Because you have a tendency to hold on to things until the one most inappropriate, inopportune, inconvenient time, and you like, I got something to say. And it's like, girl, what? Why you didn't bring this up when you had the issue? When I gave you the fucking tumbler outside, when we were smoking weed, you never said one word about having an issue with me. But now you do. You came on this trip, and for the entire weekend, you had your tall giraffe ass nose in the air, upset at the world because you wanted to wait until the final dinner to discuss why you had an issue with Cameron. I'm grasping at straws here, trying to figure out what you were set out to accomplish here. It seems as though you came in one way, and when things didn't look like they was going your way, you made a pivot, and it bit you in the ass. Learn from it. Learn from this, in the words of Tyra Banks. And pray that you are asked back for next season. And I hate to say this, but for somebody who does fashions down, because the dresses that you make for people look amazing, why you be dressed the way you be dressed? I don't know, like, your intro look for when the show comes on, didn't really like the little eye thing you had going on. It was giving, what does a fella want a girl like her? A girl who's really lively. Like, it was giving Rodgers and Hammerstein. And then, when you showed up to the first event, you had that little sachet. Like, girl, you too big to be doing all of that. Like, we don't need laces and yards and meters and miles of fabric trailing to the ground, bitch. You don't need a train. You do not need a train. And then this white number you had, did you have like a shoulder cut out? Girl, do they still even make those? Like, okay, let me move on. Cameron. Cameron. You oh, Cameron. I'm glad you redeemed yourself and that you got Jay and Moore together. You stood up for yourself for once, cause bitch, after Sky had read you down, I never thought you was gonna be able to read a bitch down ever again. But you managed to get it out. And slow down when you doing your teleprompter stuff, cause instead of chasing the beat, you was chasing the teleprompter. You was chasing the words. You was chasing your brain. Like, you was chasing your thoughts. You was chasing your lips. Ooh. And you was hot, cause I saw the sweat boiling on your forehead. Just slow down, because I think you said promoter, you said manager, fashion designer. Are you a host as well? I don't know if host was in your list of to-dos, but if that is the case, then you gotta do better. Troy was doing his thing. He needed to be blotted a couple of times too, but he was doing his thing. He hosted his ass off. None other than he was giving what he came to give. Cameron, that's really all I got for you, baby, because you don't really give me much to work with. And then Kendra and Wayne the Pain. Let me get Wayne out the way first. Wayne, amazing contribution this season. Wayne, do you grasp that Rico Cassadine wants to fuck? Because Rico saying one thing in his confessional, giving you energy in y'all scenes, but you keep saying, I love a friend like him, a homeboy like him, and it's nothing sexual. And I'm looking around like, is this the same scene? Is he talking about the same Rico Cassadine? Because you saying it's nothing sexual and y'all like brothers, y'all like homeboys, but Rico Cassadine is saying, meet me at 11:30. He love it when you talking dirty. Cause bitch, he ready to get down. So I need you to grasp that. I need you to count up the costs. Shout out to you. And figure out where you stand with Rico Cassadine. I think y'all would be a great couple. Y'all look cute together. Y'all have great energy together. You don't know what's really going on with your situation. And it seems like Rico Cassadine don't have a situation. So maybe y'all can create one. And just, make it see what it do. Now, you are going to have to boot Miss Willa to the side because Miss Willa was trying to get her a piece of Wayne the Pain early on in the season. And Kendra had shot her down and said, girl, he got him a man. We didn't know she was talking about you, Rico. So, and I don't know. Does Willa know about the energy between Rico Cassadine and Wayne? Because does she care? I don't know. I don't know if that was ever brought up. Keep putting out your music. Oh, are you managing Kendra or not? Because if you are, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Because you fucked up with the Chasing the Beat. And I don't want to put you on blast, so I'm going to say it quietly. It was a couple of situations that I know of that Miss Kendra needed to be a part of, that you dropped the ball on and she couldn't be a part of because every time people reach out to Kendra, she send them your way and you don't follow through. So if you gonna be her manager, in the words of Drew Friday, manage. And if you don't want to do whatever gig that's being presented to her, first of all, pause. Kendra is a sound-minded human being. You manage her gigs and her bookings and all of those things, yes. But you don't make final decisions for her unless she gave you that clearance. I'm thinking you present the opportunity to Kendra, she lets you know whether she's in or out, and then you convey that. If she says no, you need to convey that no. If she says yes, you need to follow through with the booking, and you're not. And Kendra, this is a perfect segue. You going through a lot, mama. You need therapy, and you need it bad. That relationship broke you. Losing your trans friends broke you. Just going through everyday life broke you. And you need an outlet. And it's not alcohol. I'm not calling you an alcoholic. But when you finish everybody's drinks at the table, my suspicion rises. And I'm just like a little concerned because it's like, I've been there. I've used weed as a vice. I've used liquor as a vice. I've even abused pills at one point. Well, not really abused, but I was a partier, you know? But all of that was because I was trying to, I was trying to suppress something, and I was trying to cover up something, and I was trying to self-diagnose and self-medicate, and it didn't help. Because the saying is absolutely true. Once you come down from whatever you on, once you sober up from whatever you drinking, all of that shit is gonna still be there. It's just a temporary distraction. Deal with it. Face it. Do what I did. I had to face myself in the mirror and tell myself some harsh truths about myself, about my love life, about my finances, about my family, about everything. I cried. I was angry. I was sympathetic. I was apathetic at times. You have to go through those emotions and deal with yourself. Because until you deal with that, you're going to run into the same situations over and over and over and over and over with the same people. And as far as death is concerned, we all going to deal with that. It's all going to come. But you can't break down and let it break you. Make sure that you are a voice for the trans women, for the voices who have been silenced. But don't let their silence you. And this is preaching to the choir, because as soon as I get a hint of depression, bitch, fuck yourself, fuck everything, I'm gone. But the fact that I'm able to acknowledge and identify that shows growth. I may not be fully healed yet, but bitch, I know I got a problem. Holla if you hear me. But overall, this season was giving what it was giving. Shout out to Andaria. You did a fucking amazing job with this season. And yeah. Shout out to TTB and his opportunity as host of the reunion. And I'll see y'all later. Same place, same time.